Welcome to our channel Maths Bench. Everybody first in this bench. My videos are helpful to the students who are studying or preparing for the 10th class examinations. I hope you like and feel good after watching my videos. So, let's start our class related to the all formulae of Maths paper 2 chapters 8 to 14. Okay, let's start. Chapter 8. Similar figures. Two figures are said to be similar if they have same shape but not same size. This is a symbol of similarity. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Similar triangles. Two triangles are said to be similar to each other if their corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are proportional. In the triangle ABC and in the triangle DF, first angle A is equal to angle B, second angle B is equal to angle E, third angle C is equal to angle F, and proportion AB by DE is equal to BC by EF is equal to AC by DF. Right? Next. Basic proportionality theorem, also called as Thales theorem. Shortly we will write BPT. If a line drawn parallel to one side of a triangle intersects the other two sides, then it divides the other two sides in the same ratio. In the triangle ABC, if DE is a line parallel to BC, then AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Converse of BPT, basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality theorem. If a line divides two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. Here in the triangle ABC, AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Then DE parallel to BC, because ratio is equal, then the lines are parallel. That is converse of basic proportionality theorem. Okay, let's go for the next slide. AAA similarity. Here three angles are equal to the three angles of another triangle, then they are similar. Again yes similarity. The three sides are proportion, then the two triangles are similar. Or the third one, SAS similarity. Two sides are proportion and one angle is equal, included angle is equal, then that is similar. So out of these three you can choose any one. Here first one AAA similarity is also you can consider AA similarity, because automatically third angle will be equal, right? Next, let's go for the next slide. Now the ratio of areas of two similar triangles is equal to the ratio of square of its corresponding sides. When triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF, then area of the triangle ABC by area of the triangle DEF is equal to first side by first side AB by DE whole square, or second side by second side BC by EF whole square, or third side by third side AC by DF whole square. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Ratio of sides is equal to ratio of medians. Side 1 is to side 2 is equal to perimeter 1 is to perimeter 2. Side of first triangle is to side of second triangle is equal to perimeter of first triangle is to perimeter of second triangle. Not only perimeters, ratio of sides is equal to ratio of perimeters, or ratio of medians, or ratio of altitudes. These all are in the equal ratio. Right? About these problems I have discussed in the objectives part, so please watch my video. Similar triangles objectives 4 parts are there. Similar triangles part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. In that I discussed all the key points and important points with objectives. So if you watch that, you can get the good knowledge from the similar triangles. I hope you do it. Right? Let's go for the next slide. Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. In the triangle ABC, right angle at B, so opposite to right angle AC is hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. So hypotenuse is here AC. So AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. We know very well about this and its applications. Also we discuss in objectives. Try to watch that. Let's go for next slide. Well, the next chapter 9, tangents and secant to a circle. A line intersects a circle at one point is called as tangent to a circle. That is the first definition. Using of that, we have some note points we have to understand to solve the problems. We can draw infinite tangents to a circle. Point number 1. And the point number 2, the angle between the radius and the tangent is 90 degrees at the point of contact. And third one, we can draw two tangents from an external point to a circle. Third point, we can draw two tangents from an external point. And the fourth one, the two tangents which are drawn from an external points are equal. PA length is equal to PB. The lengths tangents drawn from an external point are equal. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Here are some more useful formulae. Area of a triangle is equal to half into base into height. Area of a rectangle is equal to L into B, length into breadth. Area of a square is equal to side into sides or side square. Area of a parallelogram, base into height. Area of a trapezium, half h into a plus b. Area of a rhombus is equal to half into d1 into d2. Area of a circle pi r square. Area of semicircle is pi r square by 2. And last one here, area of a sector is equal to x by 360 into pi r square. Using of this formula, we can solve almost 9.3 exercise completely. I hope you did it. Well, next one. Next slide. Well, the next chapter 10, mensuration. Lateral surface area of a cuboid is equal to 2h into L plus B. Total surface area or TSA is equal to 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. And volume is equal to LBH. And diagonal is equal to root L square plus B square plus H square. Well, let's go for the next object in the slide. Cube. LSA, lateral surface area of a cube is equal to 4a square. Total surface area of a cube is equal to 6a square. And volume is equal to a cube. And diagonal of a cube is equal to root 3 into a. So the formula 4a square, 6a square, a cube, and its diagonal is equal to root 3 into a. Well, let's go for the next slide and next object. Now the cylinder LSA, lateral surface area is equal to 2 pi RH. Total surface area is equal to 2 pi r into r plus h. And volume is equal to pi r square h. LSA 2 pi RH, TSA 2 pi r into r plus h, and volume is equal to pi r square h. Here r is equal to radius, h is equal to height. Pi value you know as 22/7. Let's go for next slide. Now in cone LSA, lateral surface area of a cone is equal to pi RL. Total surface area TSA is equal to pi r into r plus L, and volume is equal to 1/3 pi r square h. Here r is equal to radius, h is equal to height, and L is equal to slant height of the cone. Right? Next object and slide. Now next sphere. LSA, lateral surface area of a sphere is equal to 4 pi r square. Total surface area of a sphere is equal to also same 4 pi r square, and its volume of a sphere is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. LSA 4 pi r square, TSA also 4 pi r square, and volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. Here r is called radius of a sphere. Okay, let's go for the next object. Hemisphere. LSA, lateral surface area of a hemisphere is equal to 2 pi r square, and the total surface area TSA is equal to 3 pi r square, and volume is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube. LSA 2 pi r square, TSA 3 pi r square, and volume 2 by 3 pi r cube for the hemisphere. Then the next chapter, trigonometry. Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to adjacent by hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to opposite by adjacent. And remaining three ratios are its reciprocals. Sin reciprocal cosecant theta is equal to hypotenuse by opposite. Secant theta is reciprocal of cos, so hypotenuse by adjacent side, and tan theta is equal to tan theta is reciprocal of cot theta, so adjacent by opposite side, right? These are the 6 ratios which are used in the trigonometry chapter. I hope you learned. Well, the next slide. Now let's try to revise the reciprocals. Reciprocal of sin theta, I mean 1 by sin theta is equal to cosecant theta. And reciprocal of cos theta, I mean 1 by cos theta is equal to secant theta. And reciprocal of tan theta, I mean 1 by tan theta is equal to cot theta. And the rest of the three are its reciprocals. Cosecant theta is reciprocal, cosecant reciprocal 1 by cosecant theta is equal to sin theta. Reciprocal of secant theta, I mean 1 by secant theta is equal to cos theta. And last one, reciprocal of cot theta, I mean 1 by cot theta is equal to tan theta. These are the reciprocals. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Now the next term, sin theta into cosecant theta is equal to 1, because cosecant is reciprocal of sin theta. So cosecant I can write 1 by sin, so I can cancel them, result is equal to 1. Similarly, cos theta into secant theta is equal to 1, tan theta into cot theta is equal to 1, because sin is reciprocal of cosecant or cosecant is reciprocal of sin. If we multiply reciprocal terms, so it will get always 1. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Now this is the ratios and its corresponding angles values. I think we have a separate theory program for this, how to write and how to find out the values, ratios and its values. This is a table directly I have written here. If you want how to write them, you have to revise one more video. Okay, now I will do that. Please refer that video to write how to draw these values. Okay, now I think you learned. If you want to revise, please watch that video, then you can able to understand these values. Okay, let's go for next slide. Now the next one, sin A plus B is equal to sin A cos B plus sin B cos A. If it is minus, sin A minus B is equal to sin A cos B minus sin B cos A. Same but negative, right? In the case of cos, cos A plus B is equal to cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Here plus opposite minus will be here because cos is decreasing function. And cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Cos A minus B is equal to cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. In the case of cos, we will get opposite sign. In the case of sin, it will be same sign. I hope you understand. Let's go for the next slide problem. Next slide. Now the complementaries. Sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta, and cos 90 minus theta is equal to sin theta. When you want to convert sin and cos and it's using complementaries, you can use this sin 90 minus theta cos theta, cos 90 minus theta sin theta. So cos and sin are complementary ratios. Similarly, tan and cot, tan 90 minus theta cot theta, cot 90 minus theta is equal to tan theta. The rest of the two, the last two, cosecant 90 minus theta is equal to secant theta, secant 90 minus theta is equal to cosecant theta. Okay, sin cos complementary, cosecant secant complementary, and tan cot are complementary. Okay, let's go for the next slide. Now the useful identities: sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Second one, secant square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Now the third one, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Right? Based on three identities, we can get its applicative formulae. Those are, from first one identity, sin square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta, or cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. Right? Sin square theta equal to 1 minus cos square theta, and cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sin square theta. These are getting from the first identity. Well, now the second one, secant square theta is equal to 1 plus tan square theta, and tan square theta is equal to secant square theta minus 1. These two are getting from the second identity by transposing of the terms. Well, the third one, from the third one, the identity cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, and its applicatives are cosecant square theta is equal to 1 plus cot square theta, and cot square theta is equal to cosecant square theta minus 1. These you get by using transposing rules. No need to confuse, right? Get identities properly. After, if you get any examination any related to this, apply the transpose rules that time, then you can get proper and good results. Right? Definitely you do it, memorize the identities properly. Okay, na? Let's go for the next slide, the next chapter. Next chapter, application of trigonometry. There is no formula for that. Simply angle of elevation and angle of depression we have to understand, right? And also there you have to get the values according to the ratios. Sin 30, sin 45, sin 60, cos 30, cos 45, cos 60, and tan 45, tan 30, and tan 60. These 9 values will be useful for the almost application of trigonometry. There, which ratio you have to choose, either sin or cos or tan, that is based on the given requirements and the given data, right? By using of the given data and requirement, you have to choose either sin theta or cos theta or tan theta only. The rest of the three automatically they reciprocal, so no need to use. These three are the best options to us, right? Let's go for the next chapter, 13. Probability of any event is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. Probability of any event is equal to number of favorable outcomes by total number of outcomes. And one more, probability of any event plus probability of its not event is equal to 1. P of E plus P of E not is equal to 1. And third one, probability of not event is equal to 1 minus probability of event. If we given event to find out not event, or if we given not event, if you want to find out event, you have to use the same formula. Probability of P of E is equal to P of 1 minus P of not E, or P of not E is equal to 1 minus P of event E, right? And the fourth one, P of E, any event probability is always must be lie between 0 and 1, maybe including 0 and 1, right? 0 less than or equal to P of E less than or equal to 1. Let's go for the next chapter. Okay, last one, statistics. Most of the cases you will use this formula, step deviation method. Mean is equal to A plus sigma Fi ui by sigma Fi into H. This formula in step deviation method, the terms are A is equal to assumed mean, F is equal to frequency, ui is step deviation, and value of H is equal to class length or class size. Right? Let's go for the next formula to find mean only. One more formula, mean is equal to A plus sigma Fi di by sigma Fi. This is deviation method. The terms are A is equal to assumed mean, Fi is equal to frequency, and di is equal to deviation, and its formula xi minus A, and H is equal to class length or size of the class. These two formulas is generally used for the grouped data. Right? Next, more problems, more formulae are there for the mean. Let's discuss that too. Mean of the data is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. This is raw data. This is formula uses generally for the raw data. Mean is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. And one more formula, mean is equal to sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. Sigma Fi xi by sigma Fi. These are the four formulae for the mean. Right? Some are used for ungrouped data, some are used for the grouped data. Based on the data, then you can use which method is suitable, that you can follow. So memorize all the formulae. Right? Let's go for the next slide, students. Now the mode, L mode is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 by 2F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H. Now the terms are L is equal to lower boundary of model class, F0 is equal to frequency of preceding model class, F1 is equal to frequency of model class, and F2 is equal to frequency of next model class, and H is equal to class length or size of the class. This is formula for the grouped data. If it is ungrouped data, raw data, we can apply the formula directly. Most repeated value of the data is called mode of the data. Okay, let's go for the next slide for median. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. Here terms are L is equal to lower boundary of median class, L is equal to lower boundary of median class, and n is equal to total number of observations. Total number of observations. F is equal to frequency of median class. F is equal to frequency of median class. Now the CF is equal to cumulative frequency of preceding median class. Cumulative frequency of preceding median class, and H is equal to class length or size of the class. This formula useful for the grouped data, not for ungrouped data. If it is given in case of ungrouped data, then median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation, where n is equal to odd number of observations. N plus 1 by 2th observation. If it is even number, then median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1 observation by 2. When in case of n is equal to even, average of n by 2th and n by 2th plus 1 observation of the data is called median of the data in case of n is even number of observations. Okay, that is the median concept. This is the complete formula revision for the paper 2, 8 to 14 chapters. I memorized in short format. If you want complete knowledge, you have to go through the complete textbook and practice books. right? This is a short review in the short time how to memorize that you can get using of this video. I hope you memorized and like this video. Please share to your friends so that they can memorize easily. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day.